Everyone, thank you for joining me today. It's Friday. Yay. I hope everyone has some fun weekend plans on their agenda. Have fun and work and dinner date tomorrow with Ryan. So I'm super excited about that. Today is the day that I turn in my draft, my first draft, my manuscript, however you want to put it, to my editor. So I'm really excited about that. I'm excited to learn and see what she has to say. Ryan went through the revisions that I had made last night, and then I had received some feedback from some fellow author friends, and I was really appreciative of that. You know who you are, that helped me out, and I do appreciate that a lot. Today, I want to just have a quick chat about boundaries. And boundaries is something that I cover in the book, Confidence Mastery for Couples, releasing on March 9th. And have you ever heard the quote, the only people that get upset about you setting boundaries are the people that benefit from you having none? Think about that. That quote is out there. I think I originally found it on Pinterest. I wasn't able to find the author. I always like to say who originally said a quote or a story. And it's just a really, really compelling quote. And with Ryan's business, especially, we've had some people pushing boundaries for months. For months, this has been going on. And we try to let it go. He tries to ignore it. Sometimes it becomes a mind loop, energy, just all these things that are just yucky. And quite frankly, we don't have time for that. And nor does he deserve it. He works his butt off for his clients and for his community. So he doesn't deserve it. And last night was just kind of the straw that broke the camel's back with an email he received. And he was like, Mel, can you come here? And he showed me the email. And I agreed. I was like, you know what? This is the straw. And we need to set some boundaries and have the confidence to set the boundaries and stick to it. So that's a huge part of it, because some people are such people pleasers that they might try to set a boundary and then someone still like knocks it down, right? And that is also something that I talked about this week on the Crush It in Sales podcast episode with Sarah K. Ramsey, who I mentioned a few days ago. That came out on Wednesday. And you have to really develop the confidence to stick with them. So he created a post in his private Facebook group that I think was really fair, and he received amazing support from his community. And we're sticking to those boundaries. He knows his avatar, what who he takes on fishing charters, and then what else, what all the content that he creates, who that content's for. And it's two different customer bases. It's two different avatars, and that's cool. It's two different niches. And sometimes one niche tries to cross over into the other niche, and that's where we have to create some boundaries. So don't be afraid to create boundaries. Have the confidence to create boundaries. And I'm also going to read you a simple definition that I found on Google when I was working on this chapter in my book, just in case some of you out there don't really know what boundaries are. Sometimes people kind of assume or take it for granted, but someone out there might be like, what the heck is she talking about? So I'm going to read this definition that I had found on Google. So go Google. Boundaries help you define what you are comfortable with and how you would like to be treated by others. So sounds simple, but not always easy. So I hope this little pep talk helps you today. A lot of us are struggling with many different situations. And often it boils down to just thinking about what you're going to accept and what feels good for you versus trying to be a people pleaser and worrying about the other person. You have to feel good about what you're doing and what you want to accept first in your life before you can make other people happy, right? And that's a whole big part of my book that's coming out in March. So thank you so much for listening. I hope you have a beautiful weekend. Until tomorrow, thank you so much. Bye.